What is up, everybody? Whoa, dude. Welcome back to Off the Bergmann version 1.3. We've got Off Bergmann Explain videos dropping every day this week, up till Friday. I've got a few more I need to make. We'll hopefully get those made in the next day or so. This might be a little heavy for this tractor. What's wrong with the Hills of Irene? Seemed fine to me. Tonight we got a lot going on. We got to kind of start the map up. I purchased a bunch of animals. I want to get going with my bakery. I want to get going with my pig food manufacturing. We do have some pigs. I want to get going with the brewery. We've got cows, so we need to feed them. What's up, Langer? How's it going? We're making little baby bales of straw because we need to put the straw in our chicken and geese. So our chicken and geese make manure. So we can put manure in our greenhouse, our garden here at the farm. So we can grow lettuce for our rabbits. Well, Phil, I mean, to some degree, they can go make their own map and see how easy it is. But I agree, those textures were a little low res. Of course, they always have the option of not downloading it. Yeah, we'll have a few. It's all good. I'll put universal autoload in and pick them up later. Because we're going to dump them over there at the Bale storage by the chickens. So then we'll be able to draw them out. Yeah, so, you know, it's like, if you're gonna have mods, let's hope they're not updated with any frequency. Because it's more of a, these mods are in use. Well, and then hopefully you have a easy way of updating those files on the server. Yeah, it's like, you know, I understand, and people can make their own choices. It's fine. I respect their opinions. Themselves are allowed to have their own opinion. The folks that are adamant that they don't want to play on any map that has a required mod, that's fine. I want to make sure they understand why required mods exist. If they still have that attitude after they understand that, that's fine. Doesn't matter to me. But not everyone can make their own buildings. Not everyone can texture their own structures or assets. And not everyone wants to use the Giants' default provided assets. So if you can't make your own assets, and you don't want to use Giants' assets, well, you got to get them from somewhere. And it's not like the Mod Hub doesn't have thousands of assets ripe for the taking. So in order to encourage placeable mods and prefab mods, Giants implemented the required mod concept of, if you use a mod that's on a mod hub on your map, then it needs to be listed as a required mod, so that author gets credit for the download of the map. Because I've explained, I've seen it. I've explained it how I've seen it in the past. FS17. A guy makes a UK fence pack. It's nice. FS19, let's say. Guy makes a UK fence pack. It's great. It's perfect. Every UK mapper uses his fence pack. He has 20,000 downloads because 20,000 people downloaded his fence pack for their own individual use. But let's say there's 30 UK maps that use his fence pack. And those 30 maps have 10 million downloads total. Yet he only has 20,000. He should have 10 million and 20,000. So they implemented required mods. So he gets credit for every map that uses his fence pack by requiring someone that downloads that map to also download his fence pack. Because if you made something, you'd want credit for it too. Yep, and you just load up that profile, export the files, or run the command to export them, and then copy those 2 files up to the server. You're good. Until there's a mod update, then you get to repeat. That's why we really thinned out the mods. That are on the ATS server to things that aren't updated with that great a frequency. I mean, we used to have like the modern billboards and like the real gas prices and other things, but those end up like literally being updated every week. And Lucian, it really weren't talking about anyone in particular. I was more referencing the folks that have a stance that they don't want to have anything to do with a map that has required mods, which is fine. They can have their choices, but I feel that they should understand why required mods exist. And if they still wish to have that opinion afterwards, that's fine. I feel there's people that don't understand why required mods exist. They just don't like them. And they think the map author has a choice. And they kind of do. The choice is to make a map with only Giants delivered assets, or make a map with assets that they've made themselves, assuming they can. Because not everybody can make things in Blender and texture them and then import them into the game. And I was just describing a scenario that legitimately happens in FS19. Someone would make a placeable. Let's say a fence pack. Let's say every map of that region used that fence pack because it was great. It was perfect for the region. But the map author only ever got credit, or the fence pack author only ever got credit for the download that the map authors did and a few other people. All right, where are we at? Let's go here and get started. Yeah, it's fine. Everyone's entitled to their views. And after all, I elicit comments. I say, let me know in the comments, right? So I can't exactly be like, you know what? If you don't like the map, you don't have to say anything. I've invited comments, so. Now, the process could be improved. That once you install a map with required mods, it auto-downloads them. That's great. But if you want to remove a map that had required mods, it should also maybe prompt you and say, hey, this map had these required mods. Do you want to remove those as well? I think that would go a long way to just squelching some sentiment related to required mods. And I think most of the people that have that sentiment are consoles, because console players have a limited amount of space that they can put towards mods, and as such, if they go and download a map that has 12 required mods, and then they delete the map, but those mods stick around, unless they go and individually look up each one and delete them all manually, well, they're gonna consume disk space that they don't need to consume. So I kind of understand. Exactly, Farmer G. I think everyone that plays on PC should have that behavior, just because it means your game's going to run smoother. You're going to be less inclined to have issues and such. Rabid Rob with the 4.5 years of membership to the channel. Thank you so much, sir. You know what? You're about old enough to go to kindergarten. And with that, this video is brought to you by Finn Aim Malstad and Midwest Simulations. Thank you for being farm barons. Make some flour. Ah, Rabbit Rob, there's a lot to like. The man is a wizard. All right, we'll part that in there. We gotta get my flatbed. I gotta go buy some tools. But before that, let's chuck some bales across the fence. Yeet. We'll chuck 5 across. 6 across the fence, 3 for each. Yeet. Yeah, watch out for the mouse. Well, let's get some farm cats, but I think the mouse is safe. So it's 3. Four. And I want to say thank you to the commenter that talked about manually milking your cows. I know how to do that now. I'll show that off later. Rabbit Rob can get some hands-on with his cow milking. Roll. Well, yeah, we don't have bull juice. We don't have bull juice no more. That was so FS19. Okay. We got them taken care of. Langer, are you a Hoff Bergmann aficionado? How is this guy not full? And he just about stops. Am I on the money or what? All right. Well, I think that qualifies you. in my books. I would like to buy three sets of tools, please. Not four, I only need three. I mean, I'd like to think that I've introduced Hoff to a nice sized group of English speaking players. It's already a map that's very popular in the German language players. Alrighty, here we go. You may ask yourself, why do I need 3 crates of tools? Well, I need to build some stuff. Oh, yes. All these little Easter eggs around the map. Like the nightclub. I wish the map would get more love. I don't think really any other English players or English creators make off content. Do they? Has there been very many? I know Jolly has. Do I even own forks? Do I even have forks? Nope. What's up, Leslie Roth? I don't know too much about Straw. I don't really watch much content. But I know there's plenty of creators out there that will make content based on popularity. So if there's not a lot of popularity going on, then there's no real motive or no real impetus to put content out about it. I'm a bit different. I put content out about stuff I like. And if you like it, well, good. If you don't like it, I don't care, because I'm still doing it. Never really, Leslie. I don't see much need for it. Are you watching the content to see a picture of me? Or are you watching the content to see the content? The man behind the curtain, so to speak, for me, it doesn't matter. It's the content that matters. This is Farm Sim 25. Which is why it says in the title, Farm Sim 25. Yeah, Richard. I've got a room booked. Bought my kid a 4-day pass. So just because they closed the Chicago office doesn't mean they're not going to attend any North American based events. Yeah, we can brew beer. I'll have a detailed video dedicated to that coming out on Friday. And we're gonna mess with it a little bit earlier. It is. And it's a terrible time of year for that to happen to anyone. Yeah, I sadly couldn't go to the Farm Progress show. Work does not permit traveling at that time of year, so it didn't work out. he was let go from Giants, David. As was the other member of the Chicago office. Alright, we'll come back to that in a little bit. It happened sometime last week, I think. Yeah, whatever that was. All right, let's go buy some stuff for the brewery. Let's get some brewery going on. So we're going to come here and we're going to scroll till we get to brewery. And let's pick up 4 bales of hops and 4 totes of yeast. What's up, the ride farmer? Maybe we should get a bigger trailer. What do you think? Whoops, wrong way. One, two. No, we're gonna need a bigger trailer here in a little bit. We stack them high, they'll flip over. No, it doesn't, Low Ride Farmer, because in 1.3 he removed the diesel tank. It was only there in the preview. Now the dryer takes jerry can fuel. Ah. Hello, Brewmaster. Ravenhawk, there will be more updates. In fact, there's an area already staged for the 1.4 update, for the spring or summer update, whichever it is. Go ahead and play now. You'll get a few months of gameplay before it's updated. By then, most folks will have jumped to something different anyway. So Richard, I will still be going to the National Farm Machine Show in February. I'll still be going to PAX East in March. And I have every plan to still go to the Sim Gaming Expo in Chicago in September. I don't think we can fit through here. Dang it. Oh, it must be full. The other door is open. It doesn't open all the way. This isn't easy mode map, this is hard mode map. Now we gotta go buy malt. And then once we get malt, we'll be able to activate our brewing process. You know, if he wouldn't have broke checked me. Break check. Wouldn't have to worry about it. I'd like to buy a bigger trailer, please. Go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Head over here to the bar wall. Hey, open the gate. Wow, that's filling. We'll go here. Brewery. We're going to change this to distributing. Let's see how much this takes. All of it. All right. $21,000 to buy malt. I wish we could grow malt. Not so much malt, but we could grow whatever malt's made out of. And then process it into malt. I'm not a big fan of basically buying everything in for the brewery. In Farm Sim 22's version of the map, we could grow hops. Maybe that's coming in the next iteration. Hops. Yeah, hops is used to brew beer. It's what gives the beer its bitterness. I'm no brewmaster, I just play one on YouTube. Alrighty. Let's play Reverse the Dolly trailer. Go in here and talk to our brewmaster. Hey, brewmaster dude. Let's do this. Get to work, man. Get to work. See? Hops. That would be correct. David, that would be correct. I would say North American staff. I would indeed think so. I mean, yeah. The company has no need to explain their actions. I would assume the Chicago office was expensive to lease. So maybe they ran the numbers and decided it was cheaper to just travel and bring staff over on the events that they're going to do. Maybe, I don't know. So Friday is my last working day of the year. Maybe from a logistics standpoint, having U.S. employees was a problem. I don't know. For all we know, they might open up a Canadian office. Because maybe it's cheaper or easier to have Canadian employees. Maybe we won't have a North American office at all. Oh, wait. Did that stop loading? Or did I just stop it? Yeah, it was somewhat unexpected since Christmas is on a Thursday. Nope, okay. That's odd. Alright, well, here, let me get in this. So yeah, I turned on the limit by weight to mess with that a bit. So I wanted to see what... I haven't messed with that for a long time. But I wouldn't have thought that it would have been full at half. I'm sure Ravenhawk, that's why most people don't use it, which is exactly why I turned it on. Massey Lee, what are the first words in the stream title? let's go bring this back to the farm. Then I need to see what we need to do to purchase for the butcher, for the farm shop, for the cow pasture, and for the paving of the yard. All right, back we go. Back we go. I was kind of surprised that malt would fill all the way up. I guess malt's lighter. We do need to find potatoes. Is there any map with potatoes? There are, but I'm not farming those fields. They're too big. I'll just buy potatoes. No, I don't need to buy them. I can grow them. Oops. Oversteered. All right. So, Lowride Farmer asked about the dryer. Let's go over here and I'll show you that. So the dryer's been reworked since the preview build. It now takes diesel fuel. The tank was there. Okay, to repave this, I need to write this down, otherwise I'll never remember. I mean curbs, 4,000. 2,000 cement bags. I need 1,000 wooden beams. I need another 3,000 cement bags, and 2,000 cement block. Yeah, he changed it from the preview. I have no idea, Langer. I don't play based on profitability. We need fence post 4K. Okay. All right, now we know what we need to buy. We need to buy some stuffed herbs. I need 4 of these. Thanks. I need wood beams. I need 1 of these. Cement bags. I need 5 of these. Cement brick. 2. Curb, cement brick. Okay, yep. Oh my gosh, you're right there. There's so much production on the map that's small scale that I don't know how much you're going to be really profiting. Yeah, so you come down here and you you buy this. And that's what you use. right. Grab those. This. All right. Now we need 4 units of fence post. Government cheese, not a problem. That's what we do. We typically play every Monday and Wednesday. We'll need some, we'll need some milk powder. I'm gonna buy 5 bags of that. I'm gonna buy 10 bags of piglet feed. I need 4 of these. I need 2 of these. You'll see why in a moment. All right. What's up, Avatar of Paper Magic? How's your Thursday treating you? Talk about a load. There we go. What's up, Simper? Oh my, that's really hanging over. Yeah, only 32, right? Okay, now we're going to be able to get our buildable cow pasture started with our 4 fence posts. We're going to be able to start paving our yard over here. We're going to be able to start building out our farm butchery. Ravenhawk, there's a C after that 32, not an F. And we're going to be able to start our farm shop. Our farm shop A. Okay. They've been delivered. Oh, man. Look, that's how we Americans do it. Did anybody order an igloo? Oh. Let's get out of the way. I would like a calf, please. I would like a second calf, please. Okay. What worked? Yeah, this channel attracts them because we stream at a time that that you guys are awake and want to hang out. Yeah, it worked. I got through the door. Best to not put your forks under the trailer. What do you mean they're not releasing it all at once? Well, that's the smart thing, in my opinion, because when you release it all at once, your subscribers can subscribe, binge watch, and then unsubscribe or suspend their membership. If you drag it out, then your subscribers can't do that. They have to stay subscribed, or I guess wait until it's all released and then subscribe and binge watch. But to do that, they risk spoilers at work or online. So they're basically motivated at that point to subscribe for the duration that it takes to release it. This is all about how you milk more money out of your viewer base. I'm sure autoload would work if I had it installed. You know me, clean mod folder. take our Scooby Mobile, our mystery machine. Piglets. Come here, piglets. Get your feed. Oh, shoot. How much more food do they need? Oh, they're gonna hold that much, huh? Four. Five. I thought I'd had some to put over here in storage, but I guess not. Where'd it go? Oh. Okay. We're gonna fatten those little piglets up until we can barbecue them. Roasted pig. Oh, I'm on the other side of the wall. Alright, we need one more. Fill this thing up with water. much more water do you want? Oh, a lot more water. We'll put you up there. We'll go get this other thing though. Oh my gosh, we still have to feed our cows. And our goats. There's so much to do. Alright, that should do us. Let's get some TMR mixed up. Is our life ever done? Is our day ever full? No. Give me 3 of those. And 3 of those. And 3 of these. After I get this mixed up, I'll show you how we milk the cows manually. get that process started. Oh, we missed. Let go. All right, you want to manually milk your cows. We gotta come over here, and we have to sit on our stool. Oh my gosh, people, we're milking the cows. If they had cow milk, they would be giving out milk, but they don't have any. At any rate, there you go. Oh, shoot. We still need to feed our goats. Yeah, I'd say Farmer Andy or whoever animated that, maybe they didn't have the best knowledge of anatomy. Or we'll call it a limitation of the engine. Let's see if our milk is mixed. Yeah. Draw out calf milk. Let's feed our calves up. There we go. wow, we had 19,000 units of it. Oh, shoot. Our only trailer is this one. That's fine. Took a month. Took a month to get time to go get one, or what? Has it been a month since you were here? I mean, it would be awesome if it got released before the winter shutdown. Really, the key for reversing these dolly trailers is one, go the opposite way, turn the opposite way you want the trailer to go, and two, make small changes. Small changes amplify quite a bit. There we go. All right. Let's see where we are with things. I think we're at a pretty good stopping point. Although if there's manure here, it would be nice. Not really enough to do anything. We can switch and we can do lettuce and potatoes. I think everything's still working. Oh, we need gravel. Let's go get that. Illusion, it's more like probably Farmer Andy, it's a passion project. Right? He's been building this map for at least 25, 22, 19, 17, 15. At least 5 to 6 game versions. And 2, I would say that the percent of players that are willing to go through these monotony hand operations of doing things is small. Most people want quick, fast, dirty. So the appeal is less. I mean, look at how many mods are out there that have, you know, fast speeds, high extra capacities. And what you're seeing so far tonight is just the tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. Oh, shoot. Where's my... Oh, here it is. Now I won't remember where that is. I don't have any pets, Ravenhawk. Oh, indeed, EF Spock. I like it because I play for the relaxation. I play for the chill. And, you know, doing things small scale or doing things, moving them around by hand. That's fine. You know, it can get a little boring just harvesting and doing field work. I always get a little laugh out of folks that say they only ever play on 4X maps, and then they only ever use mods that have like unrealistic capacities and unrealistic harvest speeds. Well, you just kind of eliminated the 4X aspect of a 4X map. Because if the map is 4 times bigger, but you use a trailer that holds 10 times as much product, or a harvester that holds 10 times as much product, then you've basically turned the 4X map into a standard map, because it's no more effort. There's the Leon Fields of Leon came out yesterday. It's a Irish map. Are you talking about hold on. You're talking about that. That got updated today. I've got a video out there on it. And in that video I basically said this would be the console equivalent of Hofburg. So this map is PC only. That one's available on console, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of like Bergmann in style. So if you want to watch my video, that's cool. There's a map video on it. Now, the big thing with the, pretty sure the castle map. Yeah. Here's the big caveat to the castle map. Is that it uses all the fill types available. So any mod or DLC that introduces an additional fill type won't work. So Straw Harvest is out. Highlands Fishing is out. Any production mod that adds additional things is out. So it's kind of a bold move by the map author to go to that extreme. Where are we at? 8. Okay, 8 more. Whoa. And a lot of players don't understand the intricacies of the game, the game engine and things. So every crop, every production is a fill type. And the map defines how many fill types are allowed to an extent, but there's also an overall limit based on the the game. So the map author can define that a map supports more than the standard fill types up to the engine limit. And then there's also something called a height type. So wheat, for example, is both a fill type and a height type. Because wheat is something that can be dumped on the ground. So fill type would be liquid fertilizer. Liquid fertilizer can't be dumped on the ground. So it's only a fill type. But solid fertilizer is both. Because solid fertilizer can be dumped on the ground into a pile, like this gravel, or the sand, or any grain, or straw, hay, grass, silage, chaff. So there are defined height type and fill type limits. And the map can expand that to some degree. Snow is both a fill type and a height type. Yep. Anything you can dump on the ground is a height type. Anything that you can make or produce or buy is a fill type. So the calf milk bags I bought, those are fill types. Water is a fill type. Planks are a fill type. Let's get off the road. Get out of the mud. I think things on pallets do count. I think that's still a fill type. But I am no mapper or modder, so... Alright, folks, we're going to deliver this load of gravel to our yard where we're paving. And that's where we're going to call it for a night. I want to thank you all for coming out, hanging out, and watching. If you didn't see, Giants released 6 maps yesterday. I was hard at work last night getting all those videos published before I went to bed. It would do me a great service if you'd go watch 1, 2, 3, or maybe all 6. Keep an eye on the channel. Tomorrow, I will be hopefully just chilling out and doing nothing, other than maybe making some content for the other channel. But if maps do get released over on the Mod Hub, then we will be covering those tomorrow. I think Giants is going to be shutting down on Friday for the holiday, so we likely won't see too much in the way of mod drops between next week and next year. Until next time, happy farming.